Yes, we are on. I should certainly hope so. Hello, everyone. Come one, come all, come in general. This is Top Not Analysis, your favourite YouTube video essayist reviewer. Oh dear. Hang on. I was partway through adding something, but, okay, well, I guess I'll just have to roll with it. Hello, everyone. Come one, come all, come in general. This is Top Not Analysis, your favourite YouTube video essayist reviewer talking man on the YouTubes, Reddits, TikToks, and Tumblrinos. All I have to do is add up my thumbnails back in the area with the malaria, and hopefully everything goes well eventualmente. Oh, not that one. I just want to put in the linkages, so at the very least, people will know that I am attempting to advertise myself. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of a wild card stream coming at you live now because I mean, y'all that know me have, obviously y'all know that I can be a little bit of a randy Dan at the best of times. But this time around, we're going to take things from a bit more of a serious, portentous, analytical point of view, you might say. So, that should do for now. So yeah, a little bit of a story time to start you guys off before I do what I'm about to do. A while ago, my mum sent to me, gave me, physically even, an article about, covering a actress's experiences with intimacy coordinators and also discussing her first, can I say that yet? I'm going to say that. Discussing her first intimate scene. Okay, yeah, probably not, but we'll see. Anyway, discussing her first intimate scene on film. And the actress in question is Susan Wokoma. I don't know a fat lot about her, other than I'm assuming she starred in some various British sitcoms, I guess. And yeah, needless to say, I may not know a I may not know a fat lot about Ms. Wokoma, but you know what? I'm interested to hear what she has to say and see how it goes, and maybe sprinkle in some of my own commentary as we go about. The reason why I'm reading this article along the backdrop of this is because I found it particularly funny and I didn't want it to go to waste. Also, I will be streaming The Last of Us, maybe. I might stream some more tonight. Time will tell, depending how tired I am. So yeah, without further doodles, I will also, where is Ma? Da! And loading. Just making sure it's going through to Melisa. That'll do. So yeah, without further ado, let's read the article in questione. Oh my god! Oh, this article came out on the 24th. That's the day after my birthday. Fancy that. 24th of November, I should say, not the 24th of December. That would be wild. Anyway, let's read, shall we? My first sex scene, so awkward. Actress Susan Wokoma tells Rosamund Dean about on-screen intimacy and real-life stalkers. Susan Wokoma is about to break out. Roles in Phoebe Waller-Bridge's Crashing and horror comedy Crazyhead already had the critics excited. Miss Wokoma steals every scene she's in, concluded the New York Times, of her performance in transatlantic crossover hit Chewing Gum. Okay, brief aside from me, I've seen some of Chewing Gum. I've seen like 2 or 3 episodes, and also some various clips on Facebook. So yeah, from what little I have seen of it, it was decent. It was quite nice. So yeah, moving on. I don't know if I've seen her character though. The only main character I remember from Chewing Gum is the slender lady who's the star. But yeah, I imagine if I watched it again, I'd probably pick her out. Maybe. I guess we'll see. Anyway, moving on with the article. Frankly, it's about time a talent this big had her own TV lead. And so, here she is, in the second season of the outrageously filthy BBC One comedy Cheaters. She stars as Fowler, who hooks up with Joshua Maguire's Josh, despite both being in other relationships. For Cheaters, producers were clear that there would be a lot of sex. She had only done one sex scene before, aged just 24, in the film Half of a Yellow Sun. Back then, there were no intimacy coordinators choreographing actors to make them feel safe. It was awful, so awkward, she says, remembering the direction to her and co-star Chiwetel Ejiofor. Start rutting, basically. I'm more comfortable with it now, she adds. Okay, fair warning, a lot of parts of this are in quotations. I don't know how to communicate that without either telling you or just holding up my hands to a camera that doesn't exist yet. So, I'm just going to have to rely on your detective skills to help piece together which parts are quotes without me having to resort to offensive African accents. Anyway. I mean, not that that stopped me from impersonating my ex when I was playing, what was that game? Not Nier Automata, the anime Dark Souls game. Never mind, moving on. Okay. I'm more comfortable with it now, she adds. I'm not Sharon Stone, but I have had sex, I'm more confident, and it's not a big deal. Wakoma grew up on the now demolished North Peckham estate. The daughter of Nigerian parents, her mum was a cleaner, and her dad, among various jobs, worked in security at the Royal Festival Hall. Oh, fellow security guard, man after my own heart. They were not on board with her career choice. I stand corrected, moving on. I get it, she says. They came here and wanted their kids to have the stability that they didn't. Imagine your kid saying, I want to be an actor. I'd be tearing my hair out. Graduating from RADA in 2010, in the middle of an economic downturn, Wakoma built her reputation in the aforementioned Channel 4 shows before starring in Millie Bobby Brown's blockbusting Enola Holmes films. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I haven't seen the Enola Holmes films, but I have heard, mixed to positive reviews about them. And also, apparently, Henry Cavill is in it, so fair enough. Moving on. The first of the Enola Holmes films. Oh, okay, so that also tells me that she's probably a recurring character. So yeah, maybe I will give it a look-see sometime, who knows. Yeah. Anyway. The Enola Holmes films. The first of which was streamed by 76 million households in its launch month in 2020. She is just as happy dabbling in stand-up comedy on her friend Deborah Frances White's podcast, The Guilty Feminist, or in the writer's room for Netflix's Sex... Oh, hell yes! Oh, hell yeah, I love Sex Education. That's a damn good show. Okay, yeah, sorry, moving on. Yeah. The Guilty Feminist, or in the writer's room for Netflix's Sex Education, alongside baby reindeers Richard Gadd, or on the West End stage, she's just appeared in Tom Stoppard's The Real Thing at the Old Vic. Life has not always been good. In 2021, somebody she doesn't know who posted Wakoma's home address on somebody she doesn't know who posted Wakoma's home address on Instagram. She reported it to Meta, Insta's parent company. They did nothing, she says. The police did nothing. It was reported as trolling, but that's not what it was. Okay, yeah, interjection from me again. Yeah, no, doxing either is or should be illegal. So yeah, that is some severely fucked up shit. And also, okay, small tangent. I'll try not to tangent too much unless it's interesting. But yeah, like, I am personally a fan of, like, multiple, like, commentators and YouTubers who have had to move house because of doxing. You know, because because the one consistent true rule of the internet is that people will hate you for whatever it is you do believe, or in some cases pretend to believe, but that's besides the point. Anyway, moving on. One police officer said I had to be attacked before they could do anything. Okay, again, like, I've never had it this bad, but without getting too personal, this does remind me of something I've gone through in real life. If you know, you know. And when I say, and that's not for you guys, it's for when I send this to the people who do know, and they look at me like, yeah, and I look at them and I'm like, yeah. Moving on. Officer said I had to be attacked before they could do anything. Since then, I've had to live with somebody harassing me. It's been really effing horrible. She does swear, but I'm trying to limit my, I'm trying to be a little bit censorious to avoid getting hit by the demonetization police any harder than I already am. Anyway. Initially, the stalker sent messages online, but soon started posting letters to her home too. I'm a tough person, but when that happened, I fell apart, she says. I didn't even know whether this person was someone known to me or a complete stranger. The police never found the stalker. They're still out there. So, Wakoma is ultra cautious over sharing details about herself. How did she cope? She started doing EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, in which a therapist asks you to recall a traumatic experience while you move your eyes in a specific way. The aim is to process negative emotions. It's helped me to logically assess a threat and not to be triggered by it, she says. At first I thought it was nonsense, but it saved my life. Meanwhile, she has written and will direct and star in 3 weeks a comedy drama about a woman who chooses to have a termination. It's not really about abortion, she says. It's about the question of being a mother, because most of us grew up with the expectation that we'd get married and have kids, but that's not how it works for many women. Wakoma has known that she didn't want to be a mother since she was 8 years old. I just knew intrinsically, she says, and I live in a one-bed flat where am I going to put a kid? In the underbed storage? Although, she doesn't say probably not, but sorry, I almost said that, my bad. in the underbed storage. Although, she adds with a smile, life makes hypocrites of us all, so if you see me with a baby bump in a year, then scrap that answer. Wakoma's birthday is on New Year's Eve, and celebrations depend on how everyone else's year has been. I've had parties where people have broken up as it's all come to a head, like an EastEnders Christmas special. This New Year's Eve, she will turn 37. Her resolution: to prioritise fun. She chooses friends, jobs, and experiences on that basis. How much fun will it be? As you get older, fun becomes less important in life, she sighs. Well, not to me. I know we're grown-ups, but let's just try and have a great time. Cheaters is on BBC One on Tuesdays at 9:45 p.m. and on BBC iPlayer. Okay, was that it? Okay, it appears that was it. Oh. Okay, and this was from an article magazine. Where is that? Ah! You magazine. See inside your regular You magazine. Oh, Waitrose. Ah. I have a bone to pick with you. But whatever, it's cool. We'll save that for another day. So yeah, that was an interesting read. I mean, it was alright, you know. Not thrilling, but nice, you know. Does what it says on the tin in it. I would have liked to know more about the process behind intimacy coordinators in modern film. Just because, I mean, just because, like, I want to get into acting, and it would have been nice for her to maybe describe some of the process, like, although I imagine it's not horribly complicated, like, at the end of the day it probably just boils down to, hey, just so you know, we're going to do a sex scene today, make sure you sign the necessary waivers to say you consent to XYZ and don't consent to ABC, and then we will go about business as usual. So, yeah, I imagine that's probably it. Yeah. Although, yeah, other than that, I mean, yeah, Susan, good on you for getting that paper. I might look into some more of your work. Hopefully I enjoy it. I'm sure I probably will, considering I at the very least like sex education. So I guess yeah, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, what else did I think about this article? I mean, yeah, I mean, stalkers and parasociality on the internet is bad. Um, parasociality is asterisk is bad if you take it too far. A little bit of parasociality as a treat, not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, not in all cases, I suppose. So yeah, I'll end this one here, and I'll let you know if I come back on later. Take care now, bye bye then, and I'll talk to you later.